Where is it? There it is. There we are. That ought to fix it. Okay, this is off. Using the stream to fix my hair. Double checking this got advertised on Facebook, because it's supposed to be... What's this? No. No, 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 no. That's not the one. It's not the one we wanted. Forgot where the hashtag is. I don't know why enter doesn't post the thing. That needs to go away. Ugh. There we are. As always, be sure to advertise after you've started streaming. It's very important. Okay, so I'm trying out the new Microsoft Word. Since I had to reset my entire freaking computer since the last time we were here, excuse me while I fix. There we go. That's the correct-ish proportions, because for some reason it has to stay... You can't scrunch it up or anything. Yeah, so my computer, I literally had to reset to factory default since the last time we did this. That was not why the webcam or anything was broken. Turns out I could have just restarted the computer and that would have fixed it. No, computer broke on a completely different level, on a completely different scale, for completely different reasons. And I sadly no longer have the jelly beans to get me through the stream, because what we've got now are the god-awful, actual, like, Bean Boozled ones from the XCOM drinking game a couple days ago, and I'm not touching those. You can't make me, and I don't wanna. They were so bad, and I only had, like, 10 of them. My very first one was... No, very first one was green apple, second one was, I think, dead fish, and then after that I had to take a mouthful of barf. It was bad. It was bad. Oh, cool. You got to play Dead by Daylight. What did you think? Was it awful? Because it's pretty bad. I was playing earlier today, and I was getting pretty... I was actually doing okay. I'm just coming to terms with the fact that I can't play the nurse anymore. She's so underpowered since they nerfed her. She's way more frustrating than... I just played the Hillbilly and had a much better game. And I'm so bummed. If I can... I prestiged her because I wanted to say that I've prestiged someone, just that I did it once. I got her bloody thing. And you know what? If I end up with a ton of XP left over, I might, because I don't want to prestige the Hillbilly. I don't care about that. What I might do is just level her up on the side and see, and if she gets the correct perks I want for her, I'll give it a shot. Again, because I was just having a really hard time trying to level her up, and because I really, really wanted No One Escapes Death level 3 for her, because right now it's so biased in favor of the survivors. I was like, alright, cool, No One Escapes Death level 3. But it wasn't showing up on the blood web. I had to... It's a whole thing. So, if I find it for her, cool. Otherwise, no. I would have got 4 out of 4 sacrifice if a guy didn't DC my first game. There's a lot of rage quits. there's a lot of people who just disconnect on you. And there's people who will I had a guy earlier. We were on the swamp map. He's up sifting through a chest. He was the first guy I'd found all game. I come up behind him, hit him, he immediately disconnects. He just noped out. Hadn't caught him, hadn't hooked him, this wasn't like, he wasn't about to die. I hit him the first time, and he's like, out, I'm done. 3 out of 4 is the hag. Nice! No, dude, you gotta understand. The sacrifices, while that's really cool, and that's really success, that is a success, make no mistake, you will have good games where you sacrifice no one. Your job is not to get sacrifices, your job is to attempt sacrifices, get hits. You're having a bad game if you never see them. If they keep getting off the hook and you keep chasing them, hitting them, running them down, breaking stuff, and like you're almost always have a survivor somewhere in your view, you're having a good game. Bad games are where you're like, I haven't seen or heard them at all, but they've done 4 generators. Where the hell are they? That's a bad game. Especially since they were real smart. You get points for people disconnecting on you as the killer. It's called the quitter bonus. You basically get the points as if you'd sacrifice them, which is, you don't get the points for having gotten to chase them and hit them, however, but you do get the points for as if you sacrifice them, because they're like, no, you can't just rage quit and screw over the killer. Which I think, they make a bunch of real smart decisions. It's little things that bother me, like how much they nerfed the nurse, and I don't think the nurse deserves it. Because the nurse is friggin' hard, man. I got real sick of, like, warping towards targets, and she doesn't move because there's a lot more stuff on the other side. Because for her, if she's supposed to warp, she either has to warp all the way through it, or she doesn't warp at all. But then you'll still have the thing where you'll warp towards someone, and because you're passing through a wall, you'll take the swing, and it'll hit the wall you're going through, and it's like, come on, guys. You didn't need to nerf this character. I've learned that camping is the way to play the hag. If I get one hooked, I place traps around them and wait for the rescue. I'm going to recommend you don't do that. I'm going to highly recommend don't, like, place the traps. That's the smart part. Don't hang out next to, like, wander away a little bit, break some stuff, go looking, because your range on those traps is pretty good. What you can do is, like, leave a trail of traps so that you can go warp, 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 warp. But camping, no one likes campers, and it's going to cost you points in the long run. You will overall have worse games trying to camp than if you just wander around hunting them down. It feels counterintuitive, but I've played it and seen it over and over. So, yeah, we should probably start writing. Click. So, last week and I know today's April 1st. I had a joke prepared, but we're saving it for when there's more than one person watching. But it works. Works how? In that you get kills, or that you rank up and will eventually hit rank 1? Because I guarantee you, the higher the rank you get, the less camping works. Because the moment they realize you're camping, which they have perks, not only do they have perks, but higher ranked people are going to be talking to each other. The moment they realize you're camping, they scatter, pull off all the generators, and you'll get one sacrifice and never see the rest of them. Like, there is a difference between, like, I hung this person up, and I stayed within a distance where I could quickly run back to them, versus I am standing on top of them, come on, motherfuckers, like try and rescue them. Like, that's not cool. Like, if they're in one corner of the map, like, let's use this as an example. If they're in this corner of the map, this is the other corner, and you're hanging out in this middle area of, like, alright, I can still see them in the distance, but I'm not, like, on top of them, and you're just, like, patrolling that, sure. You know what? That's fine. What always sucks, both for players and ultimately for the killers, is if they're right here, and, like, alright, I hooked them, and you stay right here, of, like, alright, come on, try and rescue him. Not only is that not fun and against the interest of the game, hence why you will lose points overall trying to do that, the moment players realize that's what you're doing, they're like, alright, well, we're just going to go elsewhere. 30 feet away, that's not bad. Really, what you want to see if you can figure out is if you can get to the edge where they can't hear your heartbeat anymore, but you still have you can still get back to them fast enough to figure out where they ran to if they got off the hook. And make no mistake, there will be times where you're not camping and still get accused of camping. It's happened twice on this stream, where I went upstairs, like, I put them in the basement, went upstairs, saw someone had run up to the building, and I was like, well, now I'm going to look for the person who ran up to this building, and in looking for them, I'm not leaving this spot because I know you're here. Or, like, all right, left them on the hook, time to go away. They jump off before you're, like, even out of the basement of, like, I'm just going to turn around and hit you, genius. Like, I'm right here. Or all right, hook someone, walk away, see someone running towards you, immediately go to them, like, oh, well, coincidentally, but, yeah. Just know, you will get a lot of hatred, from me included, if I am ever playing with you and you're just camping the hook of, like, it's not fun, man. Like, it's the person who's on the hook is just completely screwed of, like, all right, well, they may as well just kill themselves and move on to a new game, because hanging on the hook isn't fun. Meanwhile, all the other players are, like, they stop what they're doing to be like, all right, we're going to rescue this person because that's the spirit of the game. That's how they get points. That's how they have fun. And it's like, oh, this guy's just sitting here? All right, well, I guess we'll just go do generators because he's not going to walk away. I hated this one dude who I hooked twice and self-healed 3 times. It felt so good to go. And don't get me wrong, there's a point where there are certain people where I'm like, I'm hanging on the hook and I'm going to watch you die. Because you have caused so much of a problem to me. I'm not putting... People who, like, consistently break hooks, keep getting away, or, like, keep doing, like, the teabagging thing of, like, if you taunt me, I'm leaving you on the hook and I will probably just sit there and watch you die. They're the people I try and save the memento moris for, so that it's like, no, if I down you, I'm murdering you. I have fun denying others joy. That's fair. You know, it's... And back up to, my advice is based off of, I am playing to trying to get up to rank 1 killer, because I want to get the rewards for getting to rank 1 killer, and I like being good at this. It's more fun for me to, like, actually just play the game that way, rather than just like, well, I killed someone. But that's probably a side effect of... Hang on, that's the wrong button. Where the hell is it? Having 212 hours played on this game. Which I'm realizing is almost 10 days straight. It's actually 11 and a half days straight. Dragon's Dogma. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends who play. Counting me, so that's 7. You'd think it wouldn't be so hard to get 5 of them. Weird. Yeah, if you're just playing just to murder other people, go forth. You're doing just fine. Because there's a joy in watching them just struggle and die. I like the kill aspect. Yeah. You don't got me, sad. Yeah. I don't have a lot of friends on here. Honest to God, I'm the type of person who only has friends with... I'm only friends with people I am going to play consistently with. In fact, I have some I should delete, because it's just that weird thing of, like, we go for like a year without playing, then they invite me to play again, and we play for like 3 weeks, and then they disappear again. And I'm like, I don't know whether to delete you off my friends list or not. I feel like I should, because I don't think I've played with them in a couple years now. Because their schedule is real. It's weird. I think I'm pretty spontaneous, and I know Jen doesn't like how spontaneous I am sometimes with my scheduling. They're way more spontaneous. They'll be like, hey, dude, come play with us right now. I'm like, I have had plans for 2 weeks. How I didn't know this was going to happen. But we make some funny videos when they do. You should... Well, I shouldn't necessarily advertise them so much as if we share them, it's pretty great. But, depends on how much more of me you want to see. So... I do nothing but play games. Yeah, welcome to my life. This is why it's why starting Monday I'm gonna just start streaming whenever if I'm gonna be playing games anyway, I'm just gonna start streaming. So you guys will be seeing a lot more of me. So we're 15 minutes in, and I haven't written a word. Last week we met and followed the entire arc of Benedict Baker, who at first seems helpful because he knows some stuff. We're probably gonna go back more and help. Fair Microsoft Word. Then we found out that he's way more interested in learning about the entity than he is helping anyone survive it besides himself. Yeah, you totally should. Although, I will warn you, because that game is very, very heavy sound-based, there's a chance my talking will overlap with that and not help. Oh, hey, Cat Riot's online. Then we saw him literally hang Claudette up on his own so that he could get answers. Why is this in blue? What is your problem with this, Microsoft Word? No. This is exactly what that's supposed to be. Then Benedict ends up on the hook, and they decide not to save him, and he kind of gets. What's your problem now? No. Don't check for this issue. I see it all, and I wish I couldn't. Or I suppose that would probably be delivered more like I see it all, and I wish I couldn't, and then he dies, and we're done with Benedict. Also, I love that his name is Benedict, but he just hurts people. I didn't even plan that. That's got handed to me. Looks great on Ultra Sunny. Yeah, Dead by Daylight's actually not an ugly game at all. It's all one of the things I love about it is they did the smart thing. They didn't really focus on graphics. The graphics are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, but what they did focus on is animation. All of the characters and the killers move really naturally, or even the killers who move unnaturally, it's on purpose. It's not like, you know, they're not like ragdolling across the field. They're like, they move the way they should. They interact with all of the objects in a way that makes sense, and a lot of that is because they chose to do baked animations, which I think was really smart. Is that a spider? Are you a spider? Hi, Spidrin. I'm not going to do anything about it. I was just curious. I just saw a dark spot on the ceiling, and I was curious. I like spiders. Spiders are cool. Spidrins are friends. I'm not too opposed to them even crawling on me as long as I know they're about to do it. I've been surprised by it once or twice. That freaked me out. Jen's first day on the job. Going well. But yeah, focus. And I've always felt that animation is the key to making something look realistic. The key to making something look immersive. Like, it's like high-end graphics. Like, look at how powerful our graphics card is. Cool. They move and behave like robots or like crash test dummies. This still isn't believable. Whereas if you go back to something like Silent Hill 2, which was like borderline launch title for the PlayStation 2, or I'm trying to think of some other ones that are really good at this. Prince of Persia is really good at it, and there's a few others where they focused on animation more than realistic graphics, and it really shows. There's a game I actually hate, but it's really famous, called Eternal Darkness. It's not very good as a game. Story, voice acting, animation in the cutscenes, very good. Graphics, gameplay animation, and mechanics, fucking terrible. But yeah, I love that Dead by Daylight, all the characters, like, their clothing, their behavior, like, everything, like, when they vault over stuff slow or quickly, and they're all the same animations, but it still looks good, you know? Also, I have to, real quick. But yeah, so, with Benedict gone, today we are going to attempt to... Our goal today is to try and do a rough draft of Act 3. We are basically going to try and finish this movie, though I still don't know how to end it. Which means today is actually just going to be mostly action sequences and showing off stuff from the game. This is just... Because Act 3, I've always had it planned is going to be mostly just a big chase sequence with the killer hunting, like basically the last 30 minutes or so of this movie are meant to be, this is basically just a visualization with a visualized camera angle thing, like with camera angles and production value, of a game of Dead by Daylight. With all four of them running around, starting generators, helping each other off of hooks, the killer catching people, hooking them on occasion. And at this point, we have to keep in mind, let's bring up our notes real quick. Oh yeah, and we learned about the 60 years thing last time. That was fascinating. We're going to bring up that Claudette has been hooked twice already. I almost spelled twice with a 2. Twice. Perfect. Save. Yeah, because this one's about to come up. 3 times on a hook is instant death. Campfire is actually relevant. I'm just going over our notes, seeing if there's anything here that I can use again. 4 survivors, 1 killer, duh. Each survivor has 3 unique perks but gets 4, probably not coming up. Full loadout consists of, no. Survivors do not die instantly, yep. Survivors do not die to the killer. That one's pretty important, because I like the idea of, like, that's a sequel or something where there's one of the killers using Memento Mori. Probably the nurse, actually. Takes 2 hits to down a survivor. Alright, that's going to be relevant. Let's actually rearrange this a bit. Let's rearrange this all to stuff that I'm going to be using right now. Survivors can heal each other. That's probably coming up. Wounded survivors make more noise. Unlikely, but you know what? It's somewhat relevant. Oh, Saboteur is going to come up. I know that. Separate these a bit. I doubt the basement's going to come up, frankly. This one, obviously. Don't think we're doing either of these. I think we are going to use these 3. And the rest of these are interesting notes, but I don't think we need them. So this right here is, I think, what we're going to draw on this whole time. Got 2. Nice. 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 Got my water. Tastes terrible because it's mostly made out of melted ice from a refrigerator, which I don't know why that has a flavor, but it's not good. Actually, honestly, I might just go. Be right back. Much better. Get water that doesn't taste like it's gone bad, kids. Ugh. I need to find some kind of, like, writing snack. Like a thing I can keep in a bowl here. 3 now. Ah, well done. The entity is pleased. Praise be to the spider chain. Okay, so... Thinking. There should be a transition, but this is a rough draft, so I might just... And the last one, DC'd. Yep. Happens all the freaking time. Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna... We'll just rough draft this. I'll fix it later. Exterior. Night. The fields of the Macmillan estate. Spurs huddle behind what remains of some of the debris appearing at the exit gates. Each is equipped with one of the items from the game. Claudette has a medkit. Meg has a flashlight. Jake has a toolbox. Dwight... What the hell would Dwight have? What's a Dwight item? Actually, you know what? He should have a map. We're going to give him the map. Oh, and I need to go back down onto our notes. We're going to... need a scene where each character locates their items. Claudette came in with it. I know we already established that, but I want everyone else to search the chests. Searching the chests should have a tense moment, I think. There should probably be one where they're searching the chest and rooting around, and the killer hears it and is coming towards them, and they have to do the thing where they hide and do, like, the ring around the rosy thing so that the killer doesn't notice them. That'd be a pretty cool scene. Got 19,992 points. The best survivor got 5,000. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe you know something I don't, because that's an insanely good score. I'll admit, when I was gone for a while, like, since they nerfed Saboteur and the nurse, and, like, they've made a bunch of little gameplay changes, maybe things changed enough that camping is totally worth it. Then again, if you're playing against a bunch of people at your same rank, there's also the possibility, and I'm not saying this to bring you down, I'm saying just keep in mind, there is a chance they're idiots. But you always have that chance in every game. I sure as fuck always end up playing with them. Both in League and in Dead by Daylight. It's actually why I refuse to play Survivors in Dead by Daylight unless, like, I've got a bunch of friends. I camp one hook and they came to me. They are idiots. Yeah, it is. There is a predictability to it because everyone knows you're supposed to free your teammates because not only is it a really good strategy, it's just like kind of nice, but it's also the thing of you get a bunch of points for freeing people from hooks. So you hook someone's gonna come save them. Unless it's me. No one comes to save me. Ever. Or they're bad at it. So, someone will come to save them. For a while, I don't want to pause too long, but I do want to say, when I first played, before the nurse came out, I got the hillbilly up to like level 45, 47, it was something like that. It's whatever level he's at right now, really. And I had this build, because I got so used to, they'll open the gates, but they won't leave unless they leave with everyone. There's a perk for the killers called Insidious, where if you hold still for, I think it's either 4, 3, or 2 seconds, depending on what level it is, you turn invisible, and your terror radius vanishes. Means they can't hear your heartbeat. But it only lasts while you hold still. And I would hold on to, I would have No One Escapes Death level 3, which is once the exit gates are open for 2 minutes, if you hit a survivor, they instantly go to the dying state. You don't have to hit them twice, you hit them once. And I won a bunch of games at those high levels based purely off of down one person, hook them, they open the gates, use Insidious, like, or like they open the gates, I down someone, carry them back to a hook, and I know they're not going to leave. And if they just left, it would be fine. But they don't. They always come back to try and save the person, put them on the hook, back up into a corner, turn invisible. Wait. They come down the basement, they can't see me, and I would also be behind a corner so they can't see the blur, and they can't hear the terror radius, so they'd come down trying to help, and then I just wham, and then they're down. Put them on the hook. Repeat. And there was one where I got all 4 of them on the basement hook in about 5 seconds, because they all came down to try and help and distract, and it's just downing every one of you. The hag is a hex that says, if I hit a guy, they can't sense me. Oh, yeah, true. I will admit, you're actually, what's it called? Leveling up the hag, you madman. Whereas, yeah, I've only leveled up, the only two killers I've ever leveled up are the ones I was playing as, which was Nurse, who just prestiged, and, Hillbilly, because Hillbilly was the one I kind of learned to play the game with. I have a quest right now to do stuff with the Trapper. I might do that on stream. We'll see. Because I kind of don't want to sacrifice my rank right now. But I should learn how to play the Trapper. Actually, I'm really curious. This is my ADD going. God, fuck, I was supposed to make it. Double ADD. I was supposed to make a doctor's appointment today and completely spaced. Jen even reminded me. But I took a nap and then woke up like an hour ago. Dead by Daylight win rates. Survivor win rate is up. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I want to watch this. No, this isn't really a good article. Yeah, these are all Reddit things and a bunch of questions. Also, this is very curious because I actually have no idea what these people use as a win thing. Like, what do they define as a win? Do they define a win as the killer sacrificed all 4 people, or do they, like, what counts as a victory? Because to me, a victory is, did I get 10,000 points or more? I did fine. A personal victory is, did I get more points than everyone else in the game? Hag has a hex that says if I hit a guy, they can't sense me. It's a perk as well. That's what all the hexes are. All the hexes are perks. They even gave one to the rest of the killers who they just get a hex and it's terrible. Because they do the stupid thing with her that they do with the trapper, which is the survivors, if they're paying attention and are good at what they're doing, can actually make you useless, because they can go around and break all of your hexes, and they can with the trapper they can literally if you have Saboteur, you can break every one of his traps so that he can't use them ever again. I don't know this stuff. Yeah, no. The hex is the perk. All the killers work the same way. They have left click, swing, right click, whatever their unique power is that defines them. All their perks modify them, and her perks are called hexes because all the hexes have the same mechanic, which is every time blank happens, increase blank by a set percentage, depending on what level the perk is. This perk is destroyed if they find the correct shrine and break the shrine. And it turns out it's way too easy to find those shrines. Because I tried running one of those hexes because I was like, oh, this actually makes sense. It's a hex designed to, like, this is what I mean by the weird dev team behind Dead by Daylight, is they're weirdly not willing to commit to certain things. They made a hex that every single killer can use. And it would be good, both for the community and for the killers, because what it does is it encourages not camping. If someone gets freed from a hook and you're at least a certain distance away, meaning the farther away you are, the more likely it is to go off. If you're not camping, basically, they reward you if someone gets freed from the hook and you're not hanging around. You would get these bonuses. Then they did the thing where they're like, oh yeah, but if they break this, shrine, which is really easy to tell because it's glowing, if they break this shrine, you lose all those bonuses. And it was, this shrine gets broken every game. There was not a single game where that shrine survived. Hell, it frequently didn't survive long enough for someone to get hooked. And I was like, if they had just made it, it's like, no, this is just a perk. Every time someone gets freed from a hook and you're not camping, cool. This now doesn't encourage me camping, this now doesn't encourage me not to camp because it's well, they're just going to break the shrine anyway, so what was the benefit? This is a wasted perk, I'm going to pick something else. What do you want, Brian? And hello! I never checked to see what your answer was to if we can play Dead by Daylight this upcoming Friday. We were supposed to do it yesterday, and I completely spaced on asking people. So that's my bad. I am curious about... Oh, yeah, you did say. Cool. And I have replied as such. Oh, you want screenplays? Oh, well, we can do that, Brian. Although it's not always about you. Cool, thank you. So that's one. That's one confirmed for Friday. Sam or Dylan is probably good. I think Connor can do it, and then we just need one more. Jen would have been able to, but then she went and got herself a job and a promotion instantly. And so she's doing, super well with her life and being successful, and it's really frustrating that she can't play video games with me. Instead of making a living. Five is in the name. Yep. But, I entirely lost my train of thought. But cool, thanks. Thanks, Brian. It will probably be earlier in the afternoon, just so you're aware. But yeah, we will see about doing that, either as a stream or just recording it as a cool video. If you have OBS, that would be really cool, because then you could record and we can make multiple camera angles. Like, we can see everyone's perspectives. So, screenplays, as requested. So, last week we saw the end of Benedict Baker. Now, we are coming to the final act, and we are going to try and do a rough draft of the ending now. We're 45 minutes in and I've written about a paragraph. Fields in the middle of the state. Survivors huddle behind the debris, peering out at one of the exit gates. Each is equipped with one of the items from the game. Claudette has a med kit. Meg has a flashlight. Jake has a toolbox. Dwight is clutching his map. You know what? It occurs to me, we're going to bring up my notes again. I need to have, rather than having Benedict just tell them the exit gates are closed, scene where they try opening the gates themselves and find them unpowered. That really needs to happen. They need to. The audience themselves needs to see that the exit gates don't work. I will see about that. See about what? Also, Brian, if you're on later tonight, we also possibly Brandon, we might be able to all just play together. We'll see, because I do try to make it a habit of playing this game at the end of the stream, so that we're actually, you know, playing on Twitch. Made a mistake, clicked on a thing, and accidentally went away from the Twitch chat. I feel dumb. But yeah. Alright, so, Dwight is clutching his map. Alright. We have a few hours before clear on the... Alright, we have a few hours before dawn. We only need 5 of those generators running. And I've counted at least 7. Wandering around. We split up. Each fix a generator like Jake showed us, and we could be back in town by breakfast. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. Stay hidden. Help each other. Down from those damn hooks. You know what, real quick, I'm going to bring up the wiki again. Because a lot of the characters' unique perks have quotes tied to them. I want to see if I can just use any of that as actual dialogue. Right here. We have to work as a team. I need you to survive so that I can survive. Let's borrow these. It's technically not plagiarism if you're using them for their intended use, I guess? Alright. This one doesn't have a quote. This one doesn't. He's got another one I could have sworn. Perk. Okay, here's one. That's a Bill one. That's a... What's her name? That's Claudette, and I'm actually okay with borrowing this, because that might be the thing, like, explaining how she's refilling the med kit. Although, again, you know, I'm doing this even though in my head these characters are not going to... the plan wasn't to have them be the characters from the game, but, you know, the more I do this, the more that's not becoming true. I wonder what this is. Never seen that one before. Quotes, 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 quotes. Okay. Be kind to one another. We're all in this together. It's Bill's thing. Oh, what's this? If you're the last person remaining in the trial, for each generator that needs to be completed, gain a... Ooh, up to 25% bonus to repair speed. That's cool. So when your team suck... I apparently need to play as Bill more often, because he's apparently just really good for the... Well, all of you are idiots. I'm doing this on my own. But I believe we can outsmart and overthrow him if we work together. Don't be predictable and selfish. Okay, this is no one left behind. Also, these are interesting characters. Clyde, Sujan... What was the other one? We saw another one. Murph. Murph, Clyde, and Sujan. Huh. Let's keep those in mind. I have no idea who these people are, but they might be better choices for our... generic survivors than the, rather than using, Dwight, Meg, Claudette, and Jake. Where's the other one? Here we are, Sujan. Or Sujin. It's Susan with a J. It's probably Sujan. I have a bad feeling about this. It's a Star Wars quote. Cute. Focus even in these desperate times. That doesn't really mean anything. That's Nia. This is just a generic quote, which is fine. Agitation's really cool. Yeah, these are all... Okay, these are all killer ones. I don't think any of these are... Yeah, they're just generic. Like it's stuff from the Notebook. Which would be cool for a future one where, like, someone finds a notebook and they're having to use that to learn what the hell is going on. And we're, like, focused more on the killer than we are on the game. To answer your question, I do have OBS. However, on Friday I can join in after 5 for sure. Crap! Sam and Dylan, I think, have to work at 5, so I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm still down to try. It's just weirdly difficult finding 5 of us at a time when we have enough people who own it. All right, so those are... So we might come back to these names, these interesting made-up names. And we might just slide those names into these roles. Actually, but we'll work on that later. For now, all right, we have a few hours before dawn. They're down for those damn hooks. The others all agree. Go. All four split up, moving quickly across the grounds. Shot of each one coming to a generator and beginning work on them. You know what? I think it's better if we have them split up. Not like all go in a different direction. Like 2 and 2. Claudette and I are the other. We each fix a generator like Jake showed us, and we could be back in town by breakfast. Cool. Shot of each one. What do you want? No, don't check for this issue. Shot of each one coming to a generator. It's loud, clunky work, but the generators begin chugging to life slowly. Did a perfect game. Yeah, I'm the best. Camp works. It does work. It's just frustrating. This is what I mean by behavior studios like messing up, like not committing to the perk that would totally help break camping. Sorry, trying to check the Facebook page. Weirdly not loading. Go away. Okay, no. So, Jake spots one of the hooks nearby and stares at it for a moment. Moves towards it. Jake, come back. Are you go? Sparks and makes a loud bang that can't bang. Cut to the other team across the field reacting to the noise and reacting to the noise and sharing a worried look. There's a meowy cat. Oh. Yes, Mr. Cat. Are you here to be creative with us? Oh. Hot. Hot. You here to help write a screenplay, mister? We were so meowy, and now we don't even want loves. Oh, but we're gonna flop. We're gonna flop. Is that what we're gonna do? Here, come here. Look at that floppy kitty. Look at it. It's being so floppy. Gonna make sure that this is actually showing up on the stream. Yeah, he's so floppy. Okay. Cat breaks over. Hi, Floppy. Okay. What is bleeding? Okay, so when you hit them, you know, you have to hit them twice, you know? The first hit where they go to that mode, they bleed constantly until they're patched up. And it leaves a blood trail on the ground. And I think there's 2 perks. One is a Wraith-specific perk. The other is, everyone gets it, called Sloppy Butcher, which makes them... Sloppy Butcher makes them bleed more often. The Wraith's thing makes it so that he can see the bleeding easier. Like, I think the blood lights up. But, yeah, basically, it leaves a trail that you can follow them by, and if you see the blood trail, you're close, because the blood trail fades faster than the scratch marks of them running does. So if you, so you can use, if you see blood, it means they're very close by. You'll actually probably be able to hear them if you can find their blood trail. But you get points for the longer they bleed. And you'll see it pop up with the plus 17 bleeding, plus 25 bleeding, or whatever, when they get healed. Because the points are based off of how long were they bleeding for. And I think it gives you brutality points. Cut back to Jake and Meg, who have frozen while the generator chugs along. Look around, but don't see anything. No, you know what? We're going to change that. Disappearing off camera. Cameral. Cut back to Meg, who backs away from the generator, and starts heads into the debris to find a hiding place. Sneaking around, she looks up and spots the trapper, who is looking right at her. They freeze for a moment, and before Meg turns and runs, followed by the trapper. A lot of tonight is going to be in this like stage direction bracket stuff, because this is a lot of like not talking, a lot of action sequences. Ugh. Wow, it's been an hour already. It does not feel that way. Well, I hate to say it, but I am going to take a break real quick. I will be back in just a moment with more Dead by Daylight Screenplay. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Alright, we are back. Alright, so. Generator sparks makes a long bad. Cut to the other team across the field, reacting to the noise and sharing a worried look. Cut back to Meg, who backs away from the generator, and Rita to find a hiding place. While sneaking around, she looks up and spots the trapper, who is looking right at her. Freeze for a moment before Meg turns and runs, followed by the trapper. She sprints away, vaulting over through a ruined window and taking many twists and turns. She stops and hides in a corner to have the trapper come around the other side. She runs away, but he seems to still be right behind her. She runs past one of the pallets. That's not how it's spelled? What am I spelling wrong? 1L. Okay. And one found the hatch. Sad. Yeah. It's always a bummer. Sometimes you get lucky and you're the one, you hear the hatch open next to you, or like you find it first and then you're like, well, I'm just gonna wait here. That happened with a game with Jen the other day where it's like, that's weird, the killer isn't moving. Why isn't he moving? Oh, he's on top of the hatch. So I had to help guide her through like tricking him into moving off of the hatch, so that even when he downed her, she got downed like on the hatch and then jumped in. She runs past pallets and pulls it down behind her. She should probably get hit, frankly. The others. He hits her once, and she runs away while he wipes the blade clean. Behind her, just as the on her and raises his weapon for another strike. Just as the blade comes down and gets stuck in the wood. He struggles to yank it free as she uses this time to run away, to get some distance. We hear the sound of a generator revving to life, and its floodlights come on as Dwight and Claudette finish fixing their generator. The trapper turns his attention in their direction and heads towards them. Cut to Dwight checking his map. Okay. Should be around to the right side of the house over there. I'm hating the swamp. Feels like all I ever play, and the grass is so troublesome. Yeah, that swamp map sucks. I hate that map. I've had good games on it, but it's miserable. It's so biased in favor of the survivors, and it's your fault because you play the hag, and that's the hag's level. So I'm gonna blame this on you, guy who just started playing. But yeah, I despise that thing. That map totally sucks. My ADD is kicking in. Yeah, because that grass is like, so it was already a problem on the Coldwind Farms maps with the cornfields of like, all right, that's a great way for the survivors to go hide. You can't see a damn thing through that grass. It's all over the map and it's super tall. It's like, what? How is this fair? How am I possibly supposed to see anyone through any of this? It's not fair, I tells you. Oh. Okay. Also, the hag is short, so my view is already bad. Yeah. If the grass was a little shorter, it would be fine. Yeah. Like, it'd be fine if they could hide in it when they're crouched, but they don't have to be crouched. Hell, there are times where you're walking right at them. Like, you saw them, and it's like, nope, I'm just in here, you can't see me. Because the killer's vision already sucks in general. I got crossed up so much just in the chase. Yeah. It's real frustrating. It's a whole bunch of stuff where it's like the I'm trying to think of the word. It feels wildly unfair a lot of the times. And it's like, it's part of the game balance where they screwed over the killer's vision on purpose, and I think that was a good idea, but man, is that map so frustrating. And like, it's all hilly and stuff, so like, you can't get good lines of sight anywhere. And I get that they did it for map variety, but it's that thing of like, we kind of didn't need that variety because the original maps were structured that way for a reason, and it was so we could see. It was so we could play the stupid game. As it is, there's a map on the McMillan estate, funny enough, that's like so frustrating because it's huge and you just don't have the time to get across the damn map. Like, they could be at one end and they can finish a generator in the time it takes me to walk all the way there. Alright, so this rate, we should be, before he has a chance to catch any of Dwight is immediately blindsided by the trapper coming around the same corner they were running towards and gets slashed. To the ground and note, trapper must wipe his blade after every successful hit. I should probably put that note sooner in the screenplay, but we'll fix it if we have to. Because I don't want to have to keep writing that. Dwight falls to the ground and Claudette stops short. Claudette, run! Stands up and runs to a nearby piece of debris Somebody finally called me out on camping. Funny thing is, nobody even tried to rescue that game. Well, I mean, they're not going to if you're camping nearby, usually. Some are ballsy and think they can get away with it, and sometimes they're right, just because they know the animations well enough. But 9 times out of, like, not 9 times out of 10, but most of the time my experience with camping is, if you're camping, like, if I'm playing as a survivor and I start going towards the hook and I hear the heartbeat, I'm not going towards the hook. I'm gonna be like, oh, I hear the heartbeat, you're too close, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. That would just be stupid. He and the trapper dance around it for a bit. Her finally catches and hits Dwight. Nope, Dwightish. Dwight again. Dwight collapses and can only crawl before the trapper picks him up and firemen and carries him over his shoulder towards a hook. Claudette runs up. No, you know what? We'll do this differently. Claudette runs up to the trapper. Misspelled hay. Great. Oh, that's the wrong bracket. Whoops. She kicks him, but it just knocks her off balance. The trapper turns and swings at her, but misses as she falls over. Dwight struggles the whole time. Dwight's wriggling, pulls the trapper off balance, and he must readjust, giving Claudette time to scamper away. The trapper approaches, hooks Dwight, and walks away. Starts to set a bear trap beneath him, but we hear a snap and a scream in the distance. Cut to Meg with her leg in a trap. Within arm's reach of one of the generators. Cut back to the trapper, who starts walking in her direction, leaving Dwight alone. To Meg, struggling with the She makes several attempts to pry the jaws open, but can't, before finally mustering the strength to force them apart and pull her leg free. Gets to her feet just as the trapper arrives behind her and hits her again, knocking her to the ground. We're definitely going to use Claudette's botany knowledge, because that'll be basically the explanation for why her medicine stuff can make it so that people can run on bear-trapped legs and things like that. It's tempting to try one of... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try one of these. And I'm going to try one of the light blue ones, because this is either toothpaste or like a berry flavor, if I remember correctly. Now it's not terrible either way. Pretty sure that's toothpaste. I had worse the other day, so it's not too terrible. Yeah, it's definitely toothpaste. That's like dead on. God, their taste testers concern me. Because a chewed up jelly bean almost has the consistency of toothpaste too. I like reflexively don't want to swallow this. Oh, too late. Anyway. Picks her up and carries her wiggling towards the hook we saw Jake go towards. Jake saw earlier. As he the trapper tries to approaches, the hook falls out of its support and the whole arm sag as the trapper stops, confused. Cut to Jake behind the hook, closing up his toolbox and running. Now, you know what? Let's just change that to Jake runs out from behind the hook with his toolbox headed into the distance. Meg manages to land a good knee to the trapper's chin. Because that's supposed to simulate her, like, wiggling free of the grip. Meg manages to land a good knee to the chin, and he grunts and drops her. She lands on all fours and limps away while he recovers and fixes his mask. Turns to start cut to Dwight being before giving chase again. Cut to Dwight getting pulled down from the hook by Claudette. Three out of four. Some salt now. Called a noob. Tastes good. Yeah. You enjoy that a lot more than I do. That always just frustrates me. Of like, why can't they just grow the hell up? I live for salt. You know, I have a sodium deficiency myself, so I can kind of understand. It's like, no, I need more salt on everything. She starts to patch him up, but he stops her. Not here. He's come back every time someone was pulled from a... Dwight leads them away. Just as another no. From the hook, just as Meg runs past, followed by the trapper. Closes in and prepares to swing when another generator sparks to life in the distance. The trapper looks towards it. let's just say the trapper gets distracted and Claudette runs over to pulls another one of the pallets. I think I'm spelling that wrong. Let me check real quick. Wooden pal... 2 L's, 1 T. That's what it is. Control F. Where's... Actually, how do you do find and replace? Is it Control R? No. Control Shift F. No. Control Alt F. No. Alt F. No. I never did learn the find and replace one. Alright, we'll just go back to Control F. And Claudette runs over and pulls another one of the pallets down. On top of the trapper, dazing him, and they all take the opportunity to flee in different directions. When the trapper looks up, they are all gone, but he focuses on the lit generator in the distance. Cut to Jake approaching a generator by himself. Crouches down and gets to work, expertly using his tools to get the generator chugging. He repeatedly glances all around him and sees the trapper approaching from... No, better yet. Stops suddenly, concentrating, then scrambles behind some cover. Moments later, the walks up to the generator, looking. He stares, sees that it's had some... Oh yeah, it would be... No, it had some progress. It has had some progress made and begins searching the nearby area, forcing Jake to quietly keep moving around the boxes and equipment to stay out of the trapper's sight. So we're at 2 generators right now? I want to try another one of those light blue ones, see if I can get the berry one instead of the toothpaste. I don't want to eat too many of these, because some of these deserve to be saved for Sam when he's playing Dark Souls, and also I shouldn't have to be the only one punished. That's a good one. We're going to stop there. We're going to stop on the good one. My bro is trying it right now. Wrath. I assume you were trying to say Wraith, but yeah, Wraith is... I thought I was going to like Wraith. I actually don't. It's... I wanted to be, like, subtle and sneaky and, like, be, like... I would love to be good at the Trapper, but it turns out, no. The one who suits my playstyle? The guy with the chainsaw who just sprints at you and cuts you in half. And then Grandma comes out with a lampshade! Yeah! Gorthal of Carnage has got it. I don't know why I hesitated on that. That was a weird stutter. Side effect of talking way too quickly. It's bad. What's bad? The Wraith? Wraith isn't bad. Wraith is just weird. I don't like... The part that throws me off about Wraith is, like, going invisible and stalking them, real easy. It's coming out of the... It's because when he comes out of the invisibility, he's slowed down. So you start decloaking, and they're like, oh, you're right there. And they start running, and you're like, all right, well, now I have to chase... Like, it's almost better if I hadn't done... Like, if I hadn't been invisible. From what I can tell, you're supposed to, like, be invisible. Come towards them. See them. Go behind a tree. Decloak. Then come at them. But they're also going to notice that your heartbeat is suddenly way closer when you start decloaking, so I don't know what good it does. The Wraith is weird. It's not for me. Searching the nearby area for... At last, it seems like the Trapper... It seems like Jake has opportunity to get away. He starts away while the Trapper's back is turned. Real quick, I need to check something. There it is. Wraith Cloak is so bad. Yeah, it's unpleasant. The Trapper. So he's got a bunch of stuff stuck in his skin, which I think is cool. I want to see if we can get a good picture of him. Because I want to see trivia. Dude, only playable killer during the beta. You can kind of see it here. I mean, this is really all just sort of like homemade stuff. I was hoping we could see like if he has one of the hooks embedded in his skin. Darn. How you doing, Gorthal? Trapper's back is turned. He makes it quite a distance away. But while glancing over his shoulder, he steps into one of the bear traps. Trapper immediately turns around when he hears this and goes over and picks up Jake with the traps still on his leg. Burr carries him towards to a hook and puts him on. We should specify Jake on. Whoops. The trapper takes the trap off and rearms it below, underneath Jake. While he does, Dwight and Claudette approach the hook. Jake shakes his head no at them and tries to subtly motion them away. The trapper sees this as he stands up and turns to look, but sees nothing as the other two hide behind some debris. I keep saying debris because it's mostly like boxes and stuff, but they also have like not tank treads, but like equipment treads, and like there's one where there's like a backhoe there and stuff like that. So I did get blinded once. It sucked so bad. Yeah, blinding is real frustrating. It used to be terrible, and it weirdly got good, or it's just the player base got way better at knowing when to blind, to the point where as the nurse, I started using the perk that makes it harder for you to get blinded. And for a while, the Wraith had a perk that was actually, like, really good, where, I think it was called Darkborn, where he gets a wider field of view, which makes it easier to, you know, see people, but it makes him more susceptible to getting blinded, and I'm curious if recently, I feel like they buffed the flashlights, and so I'm curious if, like, now the Wraith is actually a bad idea because he can get blinded so easily. The two hide behind some debris. When the trapper turns back, Meg has appeared. She turns on the flashlight and points it right into the trapper's eyes. He advances on her as smoke starts rising from under his mask. Just as he gets close, he suddenly crumples, clutching his face and missing his swing at Meg. She shuts off the light and runs over to free Jake. While the trapper recovers. Sprint away. Oh, right, but he armed the bear trap. Shit. I'm just curious how much of this has just been... So it's about 4 pages of action at this point. But it probably takes up more than 4 minutes. Okay, so we have to deal with the bear trap. And runs over... carefully sets off the trap. Then pulls Jake down and they run away just as the trapper turns back to them and misses a swing. I might have to break each of these up into their own pages to accurately represent about how much time each of these segments is supposed to take. But again, that's a side effect of me not knowing how to formally write a screenplay, so much as I just have an idea that I'm trying to get onto the page in the vague format. Oh, God, it's 9 o'clock already. It does not feel like we've been at this for 2 hours. Possibly because of the not lack of progress, but like how short each, like how little space each thing takes up. Oh, come on. No, stop it. Go back. Go back. There we are. I was clicking the wrong button. Sorry. Anyway. Pulls Jake down and they run away just as the trapper turns back and misses a swing. Cut to... Let me go back real quick. We're going to separate this into its own bit. I just like that as a formatting thing a lot better. Cut to Dwight. Up to behind a crumbled wall and collapsing behind it, breathing hard, and nursing his wounds. Claudette approaches and starts to patch him up, grabbing one of the plants nearby and bandaging it onto the wounds. Why is this suddenly not no, go back. Why is this suddenly not centered? That's weird. I don't know where Meg went or where Jake ended up. Cut to Jake approaching a generator by himself. That works better. This is a swing. Okay. Cut to Claudette furiously working on a generator. That doesn't sound right. Alright, so went too far. Real quick, for formatting purposes, I want to separate all these into their own bits. Okay, so this is its own page. Keeps going, keeps going. Okay, no, I already did separate all of these into their own pages. Let's try that. You must get it down. Okay, I already fixed that one. Alright, my bad. This is all kind of the same scene. I don't need to mess with that one. Huh. Well, it is 9 o'clock. This is about customarily where I switch to playing Dead by Daylight for reals, so... And my mind has kind of gone blank on what else to do. So, I think we're going to save for now. Save. Lobby. Close. We're going to close all my notes. Switch to headphones, because playing this game without headphones is almost impossible. I have tried. Doesn't really work. Game goes poorly. And we're going to open up some Dead by Daylight. Because it's that time of the stream. It's that time of the stream. Tried Trapper had a better time. Yeah. Some people just do. So it's why I like that they keep making new killers. Because some people just gel with others. The hillbilly and the nurse just gel with me really well. The nurse, most of all, is just... I swear, she's like borderline unplayable right now. And it might just be me, frankly, but I had a much more... truth be told, like, I haven't been doing poorly as her. I got up to, I'm like killer rank 6 right now or something. And that was all Nurse. It's just, she doesn't feel as satisfying. Like, she's real frustrating right now. And I didn't used to have that problem. Daily rituals. I'm supposed to get a new one, I think. Yep. Using the power of the Wailing Bell, hit 15 survivors coming out of invisibility. Nope. Escape and survive 2 times with Will Overbeck. Maybe. Catch 9 survivors in bear traps. You know what? I'm not against that one, but for right now, I want to do a game as the Hillbilly. But I'm kind of... I'm rank 6 right now. I'm pretty okay with playing the Trapper coming up soon, just to, get a sense for it. Because, I mean, he's the one we're going with in the story, so may as well use him. Bloodway. This seems real loud. Because it is. My bad. Yeah, it's not on screen yet. That was actually on purpose, but I think I can go ahead and bring it up now. Because I didn't want to just have you guys see all the loading screens. Well, Wraith is bad. Yeah, I think Wraith is bad. Sorry, yeah, that was probably deafening. Memento Mori, real tempting. This is real tempting. All these chain ones are real tempting. But I think I want to save this XP, either for leveling up survivors or re-leveling up the Nurse, because like I said, she just prestiged. So yeah, she's at level 4 on the prestige. My Wraith is level 9 because I gave him a shot. My Trapper's level 3, which isn't terrible. Mike Myers is level 1 and I still do real well as him. I tried the Hag on stream, we saw that didn't go super well. I think that was last week. But no, I think we're okay with Hillbilly for right now. Loadout. Messed up chain. Moderately decreases the repair speed of anyone hit by the chainsaw and considerably increases the healing time, which is cool. I just actually don't use the chainsaw that much. This one is way more relevant. The reduces the time penalty when bumping into objects. That's a huge deal, because I screw that up all the time. I don't know why you would ever use this. Reduces the noise made by the chainsaw. You want there to be noise. It's psychological warfare. It scares the crap out of people and makes them do dumb things. 75% blood points in the sacrifice category. Done. We have Iron Grasp, duh. No one escapes death, level 3. So dumb. You even move faster and attack, and you attack better. Enduring, I don't get stunned as much. And Distressing, they hear me from further away, which actually will make them back off of generators quicker. Also, you just get more XP, which is kind of what I want. But if I don't use this, what would I use instead? Deerstalker's tempting. Level 3 Whispers, not really. I'm not impressed with Whispers. Spies from the Shadows isn't bad. I don't like that it's a percentage of the time. I would prefer if it, like, as you leveled it up, it was just from farther and farther away. I don't like that, only it's a coin toss if they will, not if they will set off the birds, if the birds will let you know. Insidious, as I've said, works pretty well. Unrelenting level 3 isn't bad. Let me know, by the way, if the fan is going into the microphone, because that's probably annoying. I probably should have asked earlier, because I just didn't notice it, but let me know. 6 seconds when the gates are powered is pretty tempting. Though I have a better time finding them as the Hillbilly than I do as the Nurse. Yeah, it's really between Distressing and Deerstalker. What is the difference between survivors before I pick one? At first, nothing. And eventually, eventually the goal with the survivors is if you level them all up and use this right here called the Shrine. By the way, this is why I care about getting a high rank, because getting a high rank gets you more of these iridescent shards. Iridescent shards let you buy perks off of the Shrine so that you don't have to level people up to get these teachable perks. And it just saves you time and means I don't have to play as level 1 survivors. But anyway, each survivor has 3 unique perks. Every killer has 3 unique perks as well. Let's go through them real quickly. Dwight ends up as the leader. He has perks that buff your teammates for being around them and for having teamwork-related stuff. Meg is the athlete. She ends up with one of the best perks in the game called Sprint Burst, but she just ends up with, like, athletic stuff where she runs faster, moves quieter, so she can vault over things, making less noise. And I forget what her third one is, but they're all related to that sort of thing. Oh, I think she gets the one where once the exit gates are powered, she heals herself. Claudette is the healer. All of her stuff is about finding and healing herself and other teammates when they're wounded. Jake is the loner who and the saboteur. He can smother his own noises so that when he's wounded, the killer can't hear him. He makes it so he doesn't startle the birds to give the killer clues. And he's the one who ends up with the saboteur perk, which is kind of a It used to be mandatory. It's less now. Self-care is mandatory, but saboteur is still really good. It lets you break hooks and the trapper's traps without needing a toolbox to do it. Nia is she used to be she's a graffiti artist on the streets. She has a perk where she moves faster while crouched, which I think is really good. She recovers quickly from falling from great heights, which is rare but still useful. And I forget what her third one makes it so that all of her items last longer, which is real good. Lori has a thing about becoming the obsession, which is they vary depending on the obsession, but she ends up with one of the best perks I think in the game. Where is it? This one. Decisive Strike. If she's the obsession, all of her perks make her more likely to be the obsession, and if she's the obsession, she can, it says right here, if you're the obsession, once per match, when you're grabbed by the killer, succeed a skill check to automatically escape the grasp and stun them for 3 seconds. That's super good. If you're not the obsession, once per match, you have a 45% chance, once the wiggle meter has reached 45%, succeed a skill check to automatically fill the rest of the wiggle meter and break out instantly. They're both once per match, but that's a big deal. And she has a few others that are like, if she's alive, she does things better, and if she's dead, she buffs her teammates. Ace is luck-based because he's a gambler. When he finds items, they're more likely to already have add-ons added onto them. His luck just goes higher, so he's better at finding better items. And I forget what his third one is. I don't think it's the one that's on the shrine. Oh, this one, just right here. Strengthens potential one's aura reading ability. All of his items that help him read auras, or just in general, are better. So he can see people and traps and things from farther away. It's real useful. Bill has one that has a shield where if he's supposed to be put into the dying state, he doesn't actually go down. And a timer comes up instead. If he gets hit again, he basically makes it so that he has 3 hits before he goes down instead of 2. Or I hit him twice, and then if he doesn't get healed in that time, he goes down automatically. I saw that happen earlier. He has one where he can go from dying to full health once the gates are powered, and then he has the one we saw earlier where if he's the last one, he gets buffs to repairing the generators. But I use Jake right now because he's level 40. He's just my highest level. I'm trying to level up Claudette just to get her teachable perks. She's halfway there. But we're going to be playing as the Hillbilly for now. And, I think we're going to stick with Distressing, honestly. Because I like the extra XP. I think I like Jake and Sport Chick. They're my 2 favorites as well. Really, though, the goal with the survivors, though, is because they don't have unique powers the way the killers do. Because, like, I can put all of the nurse's teachable perks on the Hillbilly. He still doesn't play like the nurse. The goal with the survivors is just to level them up, get all of their teachable perks, and then just use that amalgamation on whoever you like the most. And in my case, it's Meg. I think Meg is my favorite character in the game. It's Meg or Ace. I really like Ace as well. I do like Claudette, actually. Her character model's pretty cool. I like her jackets and stuff like that, but, Meg was kind of my favorite, and Sprint Burst is so good. Meg is kind of my favorite. It's why right now in the screenplay, yeah, I would recommend leveling up the healing chick first right now. I leveled up Jake first because at the time Saboteur was broken, and by the time I came back it wasn't. But I'm done with him. He hit level 40. 40 is where you've gotten all of the teachable perks. So now I'm leveling up Claudette so that I can get self-heal on everyone else. Where was I going with this? Ooh, let's see what they've got. We're probably going to the farm. We have this, and they have a secret one. There's only 2, I think, they have that are secret. One of them is going to start near someone else. One is they all start together. Oh, they have a third one. Third is they start as far away from me as possible. Either way, what I'm going to do is figure out what the farthest generator from me is and chainsaw sprint towards that. But yes, for right now, absolutely level up Claudette first. I think she's broken. I think self-healing is broken right now. It's way too powerful. As a killer, that is my biggest frustration, is dealing with people who just, well, I hit you, and now you're healed, and they just heal. Like, it's really... I've actually been getting really frustrated today across multiple games and multiple things in my life that are just... It always feels like shit works out so well for other people and not for me, you know? And I'm sure it's just a experiential bias. Whoops. Wrong button. And not real, but man, is it hard to shake that sensation. Nothing. Oh, this was the farthest one. Yep, and they're already working on it. Nope. Nope, we're gonna damage that. I think there's someone behind me. Looks like they crept away. Oh, hey! God, that was quick. Wait a minute. Aha! We're gonna go back and check on this one real quick. Because if it's not sparking anymore, it means someone came back and worked on it. See? There's someone here. Oh, I was really hoping I was going to catch her. Ah, I should have seen that coming. But I'm not stunned for very long because of my perk. Did she just run around behind me? Which is admittedly a kind of smart thing to do because it's really hard for me to track that. But now what I'm going to do is, since I lost her... So we're basically just going to patrol these two until I catch someone again. Because we know these are the two they're really working on. Oh, and that one, apparently. No, this one's broken down now. They literally didn't come back fast enough. Those little bumps always concern me because it makes me think I bumped into someone, but it's actually just the game screws up a little bit. So we know... This is probably where Nia ran to. The girl we were chasing earlier. My goal right now is to try and surprise whoever's working on this one. Because, yeah, it's not sparking anymore. Let's actually check these now. God, they're getting away real quickly each time, and I'm very... Aha! Is this where we've been running to? God, it feels so nice to be able to actually just run these people down. Because you can't do that with the nurse. And that forces him to run behind this thing. He's going to go through that window. Try to look at him through the window. There he is. Oh, what? That shouldn't have counted. That I call bullshit, sir. And by the way, if you're... Really, no matter who you're playing as, always break those pallets as the killer. I think I've said it before, but I can't stress it enough. Oh. Make quite the part. God, I'm just now realizing this is a bad game for me. Blood on the ground, that means he's right. Nope, I thought that was him. There he is. I'm just gonna climb over this. If he tries to just run around this thing forever, I will eventually catch him. But he went this way. Or someone did. Oh, lost him. Shame. Oh, also I hate these things because they make sounds that sound like the survivors are running past you, and I fall for it every damn time. Oh, they healed him. I think what frustrates me more is how, like, so when I'm trying to heal people for my daily quests, as the survivors, you know? Almost always, my biggest issue is finding the people who need to be healed. And I know there's a perk for it called empathy that Claudette has. I swear to God, every game I play, they find each other every time, and it's flawless, and it's so frustrating. Oh, tip for killers. That warning that they just finished a generator is delayed. It does not actually go off when they finish the generator. Yeah, she just climbed back over. Damn it. And yeah, I know earlier I said always break these things, but right now I'm close enough to catching her that I don't want to bother. Because I can just do that. And this is why I have no one escapes death. I just downed both of them. Oh, and the basement's right here. That's cool. Although now I'm... Oh, god damn it. We're also keeping an eye on the other person. Like, the other person's health. Because if they suddenly get up, it means they're so... Right? Like that. There's someone healing them. Which also means there's two of them right over here somewhere. See, and now I'm regretting not breaking those because she has multiple places to run to. See, I should just break them. Oh, they healed the other guy. Damn it. I should have committed. I should have just commit and catch someone. There they are. Oh yeah, because they already opened the gate. Yep. No, and they're just gonna run out. Alright, well, we'll just chase them out then. Yeah, at least I hit her. That's points. Was this them running? Is that what that is? Okay. Well, the other ones are just gonna get out of the other door, so... Scratch marks. Someone's here. Or tried to be. Sadly, no one escapes death just wore off, so... Yeah, just commit to hanging someone on the hook. I would have done a lot better that way. I tried to have my cake and eat it. Tried to down everyone at once. Which is way easier to do as, like, the nurse, weirdly. I get that a lot as the nurse, not so much as the hillbilly. I've also lost... I got disoriented. There we are. I mean, the other people are probably just at the other exit, but they're not leaving, so... This is the part. This is why I feel no guilt about running something as broken as No One Escapes Death at level 3, because it's taking them this long to just go out the door. Because survivors are assholes, one and all, no exceptions. Oh, found the hook, or found the little heavy dude. A little heavy dude. Also, I get what you mean. What's a little heavy? Yeah, I didn't do so well. I didn't D-rank, fortunately. That was not a great game. Ugh. Wasted my XP offering, too. Bonus points and sacrifice. Alright. Come on. Doing the social medias while we wait. Okay. Ooh, Haddonfield. Oh, someone disconnected. See, look, and I already got a quarter of sacrifice. Cool! And I had the one that gives me bonuses to sacrifice. Oh, I just saw the crows moving. I thought I saw someone. This is not a great map for the hillbilly. Hillbilly wants lots of straight lines and open pathways. The only good thing about this map is it's not very big. Aha! Oh, I hear him. There you are. Oh, and it's the obsession. Did she just run back inside? Seriously? Well, now at least I didn't lose line of sight on it. God, she moves so quickly. Oh, there goes someone. Gotcha. Well, I know someone's over that way. Oh. And now I know there's someone here trying to blind me. Yep. I Okay, well, I'm just gonna hang you up then. Cool, and now you're right here for me to chase. That was not very bright. Get it? Not very bright? I don't know if that was a good... Did he go up? See, I hate this when I'm, like, accidentally camping because he, like... I could have sworn he jumped back out, but... I think he's just in the house. There we are. What's up, dude? No, I gotta break this one. There he goes. Funnily enough, I was about to accuse him of like, hey, idiot, don't wear bright yellow, but actually it kind of blends in on this map. Oh, what the? Saved by a bush! Oh, yeah, and notice that the person's already healed. Oh, am I near the basement? Sure am. Today's episode of How the Hell Do I Get Down There? Oh, here it is. I also like that they did the nice touch of the basement is in the Myers house from the movie. Two hooks and a disconnect. This is going well. Shame for the disconnect, though. Alright, they're not working on this one. Oh, they rescued him. Is it this house? Yep, sure was. They're up there. Thought I saw someone. Crap. Ah! Sir, there's a bunch of scratch marks on the side of the house. You're gonna want to get someone out here to look at that. I'm actually going to abandon you because I know there was someone over here. Wait. Alright, well, while you're up there, you're not doing anything. There they go. Oh, what? There you are. She's right around here, and I just lost her. Damn it. Alright, well. Yep, chainsaw freaked them out, so they ran away. Yep, that was the obsession. This is the person I was coming over to check on. Blood. Damn it. More blood. You're on the other side of this hedge. Basement time. This is going pretty well. I mean, part of it is because they had a disconnect, so that sucks for them, but... Okay. This one. That one. Let's go check on this one. Not in use. And the other one is way over here. Ugh. That's probably the one they're working on. But I don't hear anything. Weird. Heard her. Part of the problem is I went to the wrong house. I thought it was that house, not... We're gonna carry her closer to the generators. Oh, there it is. Oh, well, just gonna hang her up then. And I believe there's an exit, like, next to me. No, there's one way over there and one... Where's the other one? One there. Oh, there's the hatch. Huh. Why do I only see one? There should be two exits. I haven't been to that. Where the fuck is the other one? Is it just at the end of the street? Is it always at the same spot? No? Where's the other exit? What the hell? Oh, there it is! There they went. Okay, that was weird. I always commit to the hook. I had one dude dead on another on the hook and a third down in front of him, so I stood over both until the one on the hook died so I could safely transport the downed one to the hook. The little heavy thing refers to the people doing better than you at the time, at the same thing as you. Oh, yeah. What's up, my glib glob? Not very bright was a pretty good one. So, spinning a tale of this horrific game. What is Dead by Daylight? 4 people run from one killer. The 4 have to repair the generators to open the... Oh, wait, hang on. Run from the killer before after peer generators open up the door and killer kills. Who sets up these barricades in advance? Lol, that sounds fantastic. It is fun. Yeah, it is basically a... God, I was against nothing but reds. Holy crap, I'm more proud of myself then. Yeah, it's basically a slasher movie simulator, and it's so much frigging fun. I simultaneously love it and hate it. There is a whole story going on, but that's what I'm trying to explore in the screenplays. But we are past the screenplay part of the stream right now. We're in the kind of winding down playing the game because I want to part of the stream. But yeah, we are almost done with the rough draft of the screenplay, actually. Where are we with that? It's, we've gotten the intro, we've gotten the problem, we've had the traitor's whole story arc, and right now we're on the Act 3 big whole chase scene thing. Right now we're playing as a murderous hillbilly. I don't think he's a hillbilly. That's literally what his title is. The Hillbilly. We're hoping to set up another game because we did a stream a long time ago that was, 5 of us getting to play. It was Jen, me, Connor, Sam, or Dylan. I forget which. Ian and Josh, I believe. Connor and Jen swapped out at one point, and I'm hoping to do another one coming up this Friday involving Brian, who is in the chat, and some other people if I can get my hands on them. Connor, hopefully, as well. I think Connor, I think, is great. He doesn't get to do enough, in my opinion. It's part of why I love the Hillbilly. He can cover the map so quickly. Oh, someone's messing with a hook. Oh, she got stuck. I kind of want... It's funny, it kept offering a certain perk to me as the nurse, and I actually want it on this character more. It's the perk that lets you break pallets faster. I think that would be super good on this build. You like breaking hooks, do you? Well then, let me introduce you to the hooks that can't be broken. It's kind of an ironic punishment. There they are. Ah! That was good. I was expecting it, I just wasn't fast enough. Ah! Oh, this damn bus. Good, got one. I still haven't freed the other person. They're about to. But having two on a hook at the same time is real good. There they go. Because this forces them to run back and forth between them. Oh god, they healed it already! Look at that! Look at how quickly they got healed. I heard them rummaging in the... Oh, they're in the basement! I was like, I heard them rummaging in a chest. There's always a chest in the basement. Well, then you get to go on the hook now. Because I'd rather get the hook damage spread across as many of them as possible. Nope, she's not still here. Okay. She's around, though. Oh! That bird getting frightened means there's someone over here. Yep, see? She's doing a real good job at fucking with me visually, and it's real frustrating. Oh, come on! I'm supposed to be able to chainsaw through that. And they got the other person off the hook. Well, I guess I'm just gonna break it then. Yep, so he just healed it. Yep, thought so. Damn it. I'm just a normal blue-collar serial killer, working with my hands and my chainsaw, trying to end a bunch of livings. God, that person loves breaking hooks. This is why I have Iron Grasp level 3, by the way. Is for people like this. Oh, and saw the bird take off. There that is. Oh. I can't remember if I downed this one already. I don't think so. Oh, I did. Oh. Scratch marks. They probably gave up on this to go help. Whoops. I hate that the animation ends before the bar fills. Oh, wow, they actually let her die. Nope, last second. That would be them screwing up a healing, I believe. No, it was her jump. It was her vaulting. Oh, there's someone. What's the hook breaker? Tried to run past me. Clever. But no, I remember you. You're real dodgy. Closing in. Closing in. Yeah! Yeah, I'm real low on hooks. I've got one over there and then the basement. I'm gonna go to this one. I probably have it in me to get her there, because that's what Iron Grass level 3 does. Oh, I don't think I've seen this guy all game. This one's going to the basement for obvious reasons, because I'm literally out of hooks. I'm real glad that hook breaker died. Someone was just here. Or is that his scratch marks? That might be his. Oh, no, it's someone who's right here. Damn it, how do I keep missing? Damn it. There we go. Oh, God, I love No One Escapes Death. She was being cocky because I think she thought that she was going to get 2 hits. So there's just this person named The Legendary left. And let's see if they live up to their name. Alright, which exit do we think they're at? Well, we're actually about to get a good view. It's not this one. Oh, he just escaped. Okay. Yep, smart. We're done here. If the other guy's smart, he'll stop struggling, because struggling doesn't really do anything. It gets you some points, but basically none. I'm just looking, at this point, I'm just looking for, pallets that got dropped, but I didn't break. Because I think there's 1 or 2 left. I just don't remember where they are. That was a good game. This is why I run No One Escapes Death, because cocky pricks like that. You're not getting used. I was amazed, actually, because I chased someone earlier. They didn't pull that one down. I was expecting that. And they also didn't abuse the magic bus, which I'm very grateful for, because screw this bus. This bus is so frustrating. You can do a lot of endless loop garbage with it. First game Survivor and I lived. Yep, that's impressive, actually. Survivor's hard. Especially at low levels, you get paired with a lot of stupid people. Yeah. 4,500. And then I should get a 25% bonus off the wreath. Yep. Lol, nice. Agreed. Well, that brings us up to 10 o'clock, which is supposed to be the end of this stream. We made some pretty good progress in both areas, actually. I don't know what to spend my blood points on. I don't know whether to level the nurse up anymore, because she's just so not great at the moment. And I don't know if getting No One Escapes Death would actually help her. I'll spend it on Claudette. I don't think I've really played the killer all too much. You should give it a shot! That was, yeah, she learned empathy. Okay, whatever. I have no reason not to try for the perk every time. Now the cheap stuff. Okay. I need 7,000 more, and she'll get her next one, because these are both 5,000, and I'm going to end up with both if I do this and this, because otherwise I have to go for this. The toolbox is nice, but anyway. Yeah, I highly recommend doing killer. And also, should we manage to pull off our Friday video, you're going to get at least one turn as the killer, because the goal is to do a round robin at least. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We made quite a bit of progress, both game and screenplay-wise. And I will see you guys Monday, presumably, for the next Dark Souls stream. If not, I'll see you Monday just because I'm going to start streaming much more regularly. But yeah, and I hope to see you all again next week on Screenplay Saturday. Thanks for watching.